Hello, welcome to another series of videos on scientific writing. And thank you for your comments and queries which you keep sending us, which allows us to create better content as well. We received a query asking us that if scientific writing is equal to writing for newspapers or popular health writing, or how does it differ from? And it was a very interesting question which made us also think. Popular health writing has always been popular since a very long time. Writing for lay people, explaining them the health concepts in a simplified manner is what popular health writing constitutes of. With the time and advances, it has moved from just the newspapers or the health magazines, and it has now spilled over the internet in various forms. Now, this does not change the premise of writing for health for lay people. Now, how does this differ from scientific writing, if you ask me? Well, the answer is it does not differ from scientific writing. Scientific writing is writing for peer-reviewed journals or scientific journals where it has a certain pattern or a format. Usually, this is universal. And there is a structure to an article. If you write a case report, as you know, you're writing an original article or a review article, each has its form and structure, which is adhered to by the international norms. Now, popular writing will depend on what you are writing, but that does not take away the manner in which the scientificity of the article is supposed to be. So, what are the tips or the key things which you will take when you are going to indulge into popular health writing? Number one, never compromise on the scientificity. Your write-up is going to be read by lay people who are going to follow it. Reading this will allow them to take their decisions about their health. So please do not indulge in popular jingoism or the manner in which glorify things or undermining things. Let people know the right facts. The facts have to be given them without editing in that sense. Tell the truth. Now, number two is do not use technical terms. Scientific writing is all about technicalities because it is the qualified people who are going to read it. Popular health writing is going to be read by lay people. So they do not have the know-how of technical words. Use simplistic words, which will not complicate things, and the message what you want to be delivered will be delivered to them in the right way. So do that. Number three would be do not use complex or flowery language. Use a simple language. Nobody wants you to write literature pieces. They want is a quick, fast, easy to understand information which will be understood by them and that can be applied in their own health practices, or it can bring about a change. So be very simple at that level. Number four is check the facts. Please check the facts time and again. Ensure that you are giving the most updated information. Refer the latest scientific journals to prepare your write-up. Number five, check for errors in spellings. Check for the sentences which may be ambiguous. You want to say something and while you are writing it might mean something else, might be very damaging to somebody's health decisions. So check for the language when you are writing it. Ask a couple of people to read it, edit it, and then submit it to the agencies which you are going to write for. So these are the things which anyone writing for popular journals should look into. Now, what are the areas in which one can indulge into popular health writing? As I said earlier, newspapers. Traditionally, newspapers have carried health supplements. You could write, you may be invited to write, you could always think of writing it. It could be in English or it could be in any regional language or the language of your country, state or the city which you belong to. The principles remain the same. Number two would be magazines. Now, newspapers will always have a limitation of space. Most of the times the editor will edit a lot of the data which you send to them. That's okay. You need to be very precise and concise while writing for a newspaper. A magazine again will have its own space. So you will have to take care of that space. If you are not invited, but you still feel that you want to contribute, in today's era, you don't need for people to invite you. You could very well start your own health blog and ask people to follow your health blog and they will start following and taking tips from there. If you are more comfortable in talking about it rather than writing it, I think writing you feel is a limitation or you feel you want to share it much better in talking, you could start your own blogs or podcasts on social media so that people can follow you there. There is even a way of your clients. You can start your own newsletters for which people can subscribe to. You can even monetize them. So there are a lot of avenues for people who want to actually share the right medical knowledge, the right health education, so that the consumer gets benefit out of it. And the sky is the limit, honestly. Now, what does one need when to do it? Number one is a passion to educate people in health. There is a lot of information available on the internet, but is it the right information? Will that help them to make correct health choices? If you feel strongly that you need to help people to make the right health choices, I think that's what you need to start writing for health in popular medium. The passion will drive you to do better things and write in a better way. The most important thing is you have to be responsible, because people who are going to read that are going to trust you, because you are a technically qualified person writing about health. Do not break that trust. Be responsible when you write statements, make statements which will help people to have the right access to health. I think once you do that, just start writing. Happy writing.